Alex McDonald, General Manager of the Australian Limousin Breeders Society, has seen an increased uptake and use of breed plan EBVs in the commercial and stud sectors.
Limousins first started recording performance in 1973 with the start of Limousin Society, and gradually there's just been increasing confidence and reliance on estimated breeding values, both by our breeders and the commercial breeders who buy Limousin bulls. I must say, before EBVs, the data was ratios, and it really wasn't particularly useful. It was better than nothing, and it was really only once we converted those to estimated breeding values that our breeders really started to take notice of them. The crossbreeders who are using our bulls as terminal size tend to only look at about 3 EBVs. The first one they look is at birth weight and calving ease, because they really do want calving ease. The second, I'm sure the most important one, is docility, which they look at very hard. And the third one is growth, because they get paid for weight. So they're always looking for the ideal of a moderate birth weight, high growth, good docility bull. And basically they will use those three EBVs.
Docility is a major trait for consideration by producers using Limousin bulls. And in the time since the implementation of an EBV for docility, there's been a dramatic improvement in the docility of leading Limousin sires.
We do an EBV, which at this point in time no other breed does, and that's an EBV for docility, which we've now had for 4 years. Yeah, there's a really interesting trend. In 1998, before we had EBVs, if I looked at the 20 most popular AI sires, they averaged about 1.5. They range from about +40 to -20, and 11 of those 20 sires were actually negative for docility. If I look at the 20 most popular sires for the 2003 born calves, the average is +20.4. We only have 2 bulls with negative EBVs, and they now range up to about +55.
The use of dollar indexes within the Limousin breed is in its early stages at present, but Alex sees them as an integral part of simplifying bull selection in the future.
We have $3 indexes, and I guess the most interesting thing for us is that the Limousin breed gets used both as a terminal sire and as in herds where they're self-replacing, and we have indexes for both those breeding systems, and they rank sires quite differently, because of course the index for terminal sires doesn't include any of the maternal traits. I think it's just a matter of time before breeders stop trying to work out how to put together 17 different traits, and they will just use indexes as their primary selection tool, and then they may have some secondary things. For example, docility is not included in the index at this stage, so what our breeders would be doing is selecting on index and then ensuring that the docility EBV was at least above breed average.